What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Retro Room podcast. I'm your host, Rolly. That's your host, Tony. And we are here back at it. And this is a nostalgic podcast where all we do is talk about those good old days back in the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s. So go ahead, leave your bike on the lawn, come upstairs, grab a beanbag, and let's get this nostalgic trip going. What is
Oh
going on,
yeah.
Tony?
Nice. Oh, leave your bike on the lawn, especially. That's how you know where the crew is at,
Yeah,
right?
that was the tall tale sign. Where are all the kids? Just look for the lawn that has all the bikes.
Absolutely. How are things over there?
Yeah, things are good, man. Chilling. I
Yeah,
got very few hauls this week, but they're pretty nostalgic. I've done some posts about them. What about you?
same. Not much hauls. I'm looking around. I'm on the search for some, Power Ranger stuff like a Saba and stuff like that. I found out our boy Emery, he sold the one that he had left, so I'm like, I missed it by that much.
Yeah,
But other than that, it's been pretty good. So
yeah. The cool thing is, we got invited to go watch Mortal Kombat last month. Was
yes,
it last month or was it the beginning of this month? I think, right?
last month.
It was last month.
Yeah.
And now we're going to go watch Masters of the Universe. So on the next episode, you guys will get a spoiler-free review of Masters
Yeah.
of the Universe. And let me tell you, we may not I may not have a lot of He-Man stuff out because I don't have space. I'm actually hoping that when I go down there, a buddy of ours is gonna hook me up and you will see this section behind me. Things are gonna shift and there will be a whole He-Man setup behind me because
Beautiful.
I've been after a Castle Grayskull for so long. Oh, there it is. And I'm wearing it today. So
Nice.
here's a little Easter egg for anybody that has been watching and listening to the show. You've probably heard this go off in the background in every episode because
Mhm.
that means it's 12 o'clock. It is 12 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yep.
And every night it goes off and you hear it. Sometimes it's a little more faint because it's in the background. But anyways, little fun tidbit for those who listen to the show. Every episode, it's in there. It should be in there. But
Yeah, it
anyways,
should be because we're usually going past midnight,
yeah.
recording these things. So yeah.
So yeah, I should have a. I've been after a Castle Grayskull for a while. I've been wanting He-Man stuff, but like I said, I don't have the space. So, but a buddy of ours said that he has one. He's like, the only stipulation is you can't sell it. I'm like, it's not. You're gonna see it in every podcast episode.
Yeah.
It's gonna be somewhere back here. One of these is gonna shift over, and I'm gonna have the He-Man stuff in the background. So
Dope. It looks good. It looks good.
it
So
looks good so far. What I've seen, reviews are good, and I know it sounds dumb, but I want that damn sword. I want that drinking
everybody
cup
wants that sword.
sword. Like
I
I
do
just
too.
want it so I can
Everybody
put it
does.
up on my wall.
Everybody wants that sword, bro. That's it.
I want that, and I know the flippers are gonna be going out and buying them like in bulk, but
Yeah.
I just need one. I just need
Yeah.
one damn power
A-
sword.
And it goes and comes out when the movie comes out. So essentially, you can't get it early until the movie comes out. Correct?
Sometimes these places will sell, like, if they get them in, they'll just sell them. They'll just sell them right then and there. So that's why, like,
Really? Even before the movie comes out.
I've been calling my local Regal like every day. Hey,
Smart.
have you guys gotten the swords in? Have you gotten the swords in? And they're like, no, we're gonna sell them the day the movie comes out. I'm like, you guys told me that before about another one, and I went that day and there was none. I think it was
Yeah.
a Scream one where it was
Yeah.
a container and it had him in the middle and had like a light.
Yeah.
And I did not get that damn bucket. And I know it's dumb, a popcorn bucket.
Yeah. I
I
know.
don't care
I
about
mean,
the buckets. I just want that sword because you guys have no
yeah.
idea what that sword means to me. I had the original He-Man yellow power sword from the 80s that this thing was like it was soft, but it would light up and it would make
Yeah.
all the noises but you would hit something and it would bend. So
Yeah.
this is a nostalgic thing for me because He-Man was like the first like hero guy I got into as a kid. Because we had Transformers, we had GI Joes, we
Yeah.
had Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, but He-Man was like the first dude, and there wasn't like Superman cartoons yet or
No.
Batman cartoons. There was that old Justice League, but He-Man was that dude. And the
Yeah.
amount of characters that were in He-Man are ridiculous. Not just Skeletor, bro. I could go through
Everything.
this, but
Yeah.
yeah. So we're excited to watch He-Man. But anyways,
We are.
let's get this thing rolling. I'm gonna show you guys a few hauls, and then we're gonna jump in because this is a very, very cool episode. And one of the topics is Tony and I are so passionate about that.
Yes, we are.
I believe it took this long for us to talk about it. It's the movie spotlight. But let
Yep.
me get into it real quick. So I found on Facebook Marketplace 3 of these, and it
Show
is
me what you got.
Razer. So,
Unbelievable. And somehow you got a charger for them, and you lit them up.
so
I couldn't believe it.
here's the crazy thing about that. So that's the gray one. This is the red one.
Nice.
Flip it open. So
Oh
this
my
is the
god.
only one that I've got to turn on. The batteries don't work. And only one of them works. This is a black one. This is the one I had. I had a black one. Actually,
Yeah.
I had a silver and a black one.
Same. I had a silver one, not a black one. I just had a silver one, which I think it was the
But
original one that came out.
the silver one was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a post with it. So yeah, my son's I want to say it's a PlayStation charger. No, I have a PS3, and the
Mhm.
charger for the PS3 is the same connection for these phones. So I
Oh,
was
okay.
able to get one to turn on, but the batteries don't work. So it can only
Mm.
stay on while the battery's on. This thing takes pictures. I took some pictures in the retro room, and you can only do either 10-second videos or 16-second videos. It has barely any memory. It's crazy the technology on these things, like how limited it is to where we are now.
But back
But
then, you fit all that in a razor thin cell phone, bro. That was peak technology back then.
yeah,
Do you remember that,
I think
dude?
the latest Razer phone that came out, the last one of that generation, I think the camera was like 1.3 megapixels.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's funny, and it's funny. You're actually watching Sopranos, and one of the first episodes shows that featured the Razor phone was on the Sopranos. Believe it
yeah,
or not. So you see him, he's like holding it, and yeah, same thing. So it's funny. People are going back to old cell phones. I don't even know this. There was an article
well,
that came out.
certain phones, because like you can't use these because the
No,
cell
you can't.
towers that those work on don't. The 2G
Yeah,
towers were taken down.
yeah,
But yeah, so we got those. That was nostalgic. I want to make some more. I want to make more reels and clips with that. I haven't had time to. And then
yeah.
the other thing I found it was actually 2 of them. I have one here in the room with me so I can display it. So they was selling 2 of these OG 1988
Dope
Roger Rabbit. Oh, let me get it in there.
stuffies. Yeah.
Yeah, it stands on its own, and it's
Oh,
from
that's awesome,
1988. No, I'm sorry, 1987 Disneyland. Like
dude. That's
exclusively
awesome.
sold at Disneyland. I have 2 of these guys.
That's
And I
cool,
know
bro.
he's being washed out, but yeah, he has a pink nose.
Yeah,
There you go. You can see it there.
that's great, man. What a great find.
But yeah, two for actually, I'm sorry, it was 2 for $10. $10, my bad. They were $5 each.
That's cool,
But
bro.
and then I looked them up and like they're going for like $40. So I was like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
That's a
But
good fun.
and I've said before, like I love Roger Rabbit and I want it more. I only have Roger Rabbit Happy Meal toy, and
Yeah.
now I could have some more Roger Rabbit representation. And I need the VHS. I still don't have the VHS.
Yeah, definitely got it. That's definitely one of the ones you gotta get. So yeah, I mean, Roger Rabbit, it was probably one of the best. I mean, just to get that movie off the ground, it's a whole segment in itself, my man.
Oh yeah,
So
we definitely are gonna do a dive into that because the contracts that had to go into that and the
God,
restrictions were crazy. But
yeah.
and last thing
Anyways,
I'll show you guys here to everyone that has been a guest on our show,
ooh,
these things are going out this week and actually a future guest.
dude,
So
explain for those who are listening what we're looking at, because this
these
is
are
so beautiful.
Rolly's Retro Room VHS blockbuster style cases. We've made quite a few of them. I gotta go opposite.
Beautiful.
And basically you see here it has like a little mad ball
Yep.
attached to it.
Yep.
So they have a bunch of little trinkets in it. Just think of it
Yep.
like this. Think about when you were a kid and you went to a birthday party and you got your little like baggie with the goodies in it.
Yeah.
This is like a version of that. There's some
Perfect.
stuff in there, there's some stickers, there's some little stuff in there. So I believe Dayton's getting one. He was our first guest. Then Emery's getting one.
Yep.
And Michelle from 90s Nostalgia Girl 86, she's getting one.
Oh,
She's gonna be a future.
she's so good. She shares also all our
She's
stuff,
gonna be a
and
future guest, and some
Yeah.
other people that we have there that have
For sure.
supported us on the podcast. But yeah, that's my haul. That's some
Dude.
goodies that we got going your way. Also, I might as well show these on here now.
All right, go ahead, show them.
We got
Show
some
'em, man.
stickers on here. I got some other
Yeah,
ones
man.
downstairs. I don't know He-Man, but we got stickers
Beautiful.
now. So we're gonna be sending some
We're
fans.
coming up. We're coming up. We're coming up, bro.
Fans of the shows can start like representing, and we'll get some stuff out to you guys. Make sure you hit up that email. The email is Rolly's Retro Room Pod @gmail.com. Give us some feedback about the show, what you like about the show. hey, if you want some stickers, let me know. I'll shoot some stickers your way.
Yeah.
But yeah, and last but not least, make sure you follow us on our socials. I am Rolly's Retro Room on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and Tony is Tony in Retro on Instagram.
Yeah. And in one day I'll probably do a Facebook, and maybe I'll get back on TikTok. I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. But yeah.
All right. So with that being said, let's jump into this first segment. You guys remember Tom and Jerry, the cat and the mouse that has been around forever? They were the cartoon that your grandparents watched, your parents watched.
Yeah.
We watched them. And I have to say, we're here in defense for Tom. Because Tom was not the bad guy, bro.
I don't think he was. No. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I don't think he was the bad guy. I think that Jerry was the bully.
Dude.
I mean,
essentially, the cat's job is to keep rodents out of the house. They got a cat. They had a cat. The cat was the pet.
Yes.
And Jerry gets all the love. Jerry gets all the support. Tom's, this and this and that. But he's doing his job. There's a rodent in the house, taking stuff, getting cheese, doing, whatever he's doing. Look, he has a hole cut out. Bro, if I find a hole in my freaking flooring, like that, I'm gonna freaking smoke the guy out,
Yeah, exactly.
So I just, I always get this thing like I'm like, oh, Tom and Jerry's like, yeah, the cat's always the bad guy, kind of like Sylvester and Tweety. In that case, it's a little bit different
because Tweety was also a pet.
Yeah,
correct.
Tweety's actual pet. But in this situation, Tom is just doing his job. He's like, yo, you're trespassing.
Yep.
I need to get you out of here. And bro, he gets his ass handed. Bro, look at this. He gets his ass handed to him. Just straight, like straight destroyed his freaking teeth.
But,
and he has a bird in his mouth, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's trying to save the bird or whatever.
I guess Jerry's being the good guy.
Yeah, but still, he didn't have to do our boy like that.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Broke his entire teeth.
Here's some fun facts. So Tom and Jerry actually premiered in 1940. 1940.
That is like our great, almost our great grandparents' age,
dude.
Like,
yeah, because I think my grandparents were born in the late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
So that would have been there. Yeah, they would have been kids when this came out.
Exactly.
They were the kids that were watching this first.
Yep. Exactly. And and you have some little tidbits on this
dude. So
let us hear about this.
It was like a theatrical release. It's like a little mini short. And it was called Puss Gets the Boot.
Yep.
Now they did look different.
They did look a lot different. Yeah. So this is essentially was the first episode.
And it was the short.
Yeah, it was a short that was played in theaters, not even on TV. Yeah,
look how different they look. He looks more cat-like.
Yeah, you can see the hair, you see the fangs. Again, he's doing his job. He's like, I got this. I don't know where you're going, but yeah, it was a total, cat and mouse dance, and he's just like, la 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 la.
Yeah,
but it's just you go through it. We're not gonna watch this whole thing, but you go through it. And again, you could see the slapstick comedy that they go. He tries to get the fish, and then he's waking him up, and then again doing his job as a cat. We got to defend. As a matter of fact, there are different names back then.
Yeah,
Jasper. Look.
Yeah. So you're right. So Tom's name was Jasper, and Jerry's name was Jinx.
Yep.
Which is, it would think about how crazy like life would be. Like in an alternate world, they continued with Jasper and Jinx. It just doesn't fucking hit. It doesn't fit the same way.
It doesn't hit.
The studio wanted to keep the characters, but they wanted a name change. So they did a contest to all the animators. Like, all right, whoever comes up with the best name wins a $50 prize. This is 1940, by the way.
Yeah,
which is equivalent to like $900 now.
Mm-hmm.
And they win the money, and that the name stays. So the artist that won, he suggested Tom and Jerry, and Tom and Jerry was basically like an eggnog kind of like festive
adult drink.
Yeah, that was popular in that time. And there you have the name Tom and
Tom
Jerry
and Jerry. Yeah,
replaced Jasper and Jinx, which yeah, Jasper and Jinx just
it doesn't
it
stick,
wasn't roll off
but
the tongue the same way.
no, it really doesn't. But Tom and Jerry, you know, it's iconic. It really
Yeah,
is. You go, oh yeah, it's a Tom and Jerry cartoon. And again, it was very slapstick. It was very Three Stooges type of
very. Yeah,
comedy.
he would run around. I'm sure on there they had that whole thing with the rake or the fork or whatever,
Oh
where he
yeah,
would
yeah.
walk and the thing would slap him in the face. And then that iconic yell, which you showed me a
Um,
video earlier.
should we show
For
the video, bro?
no, 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 don't show
No,
that
no, we're
video.
gonna show the
But
iconic Tom. Yeah,
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 yeah, bro, yeah. That it's the only time you hear one of them like talk or make an audible noise
yeah,
because they're silent.
yeah,
They don't talk the
they-
whole time. But
yeah,
I just my boy Tom is always getting hate because he's a
yeah.
cat and he's
Hmm.
going after this cute little mouse. No, bro, the mouse is
Yeah,
wrong. The
yeah.
mouse is
He's
trespassing and
yeah,
he's
he's in
doing
the
his
wrong.
job. So I
Yep.
want to know, are you team Tom or are you team Jerry? Because over here in Rolly's Retro Room, we're
We're
team
Team
Tom, bro.
Tom.
The
Yeah,
cat
we
is
are.
doing his job. He's trying to get rid of the mouse.
The
The mouse
mouse,
is
the
not
rodent
supposed to be
in the
there.
house. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Just is that simple,
And
bro.
I believe there's scenes where in the middle of the night, Jerry comes out, opens the fridge, and just
And
starts
steals cheese,
stacking just
dude.
food. And
Yeah,
he takes it into the little hole in the wall and he's chilling.
yeah. Has a bed in there. Has an entire
Yeah,
furnished
yeah.
apartment.
He has a
Like
that his living space easily right now in 2026. That's a $2,000 rent right there.
easily.
So
Tom need to get him the hell out of there, bro. He was doing his job.
Doing his job. So let us know. Were you team Tom or were you team Jerry? And you need to look at the facts here. Tom was not doing it any wrong. He was doing right.
That's right.
Who remembers the show Singled Out on MTV? This was literally the Gen X version of like Love Connection. And this
It
thing
really
was
was,
wild, bro. This
dude.
was all over the place. It was like if you were in college in the 90s, this was totally the scene. The style on here was crazy. Like this is the most nostalgic thing. I literally binged a bunch of episodes before we were talking about this just to like get into the vibe of it. And man, I remember just being at home and watching this. And this was the first time we got to meet Jenny McCarthy
Oh
and
yeah,
Carmen Electra. So this was the first time we saw Jenny McCarthy, and let's face it, a bunch of us had a crush on her
we did.
that time when we saw her because she fit into that what we were like kind of like
Yeah,
as boys looking into, the blonde, her shape and
yeah,
stuff like that. Very like Pamela Anderson kind of, and she's wacky. Like
yeah,
she always came out of the crowd, like bumping the guys, joking around with the guys, like messing with them, hitting them.
yep,
Yeah, and she was just super like funny and energetic. The other person that we met on here when Jenny McCarthy actually left the show was Carmen Electra. And that was
yes. She
our
took
first
over.
time seeing Carmen Electra. And
Yep,
again, like she was
fit
how
our
many of
mold.
us had a crush on Carmen Electra?
Yeah, I
Like,
think all of us '90s guys and girls out there probably did. Yeah, I
and
mean,
she definitely did a very good job with like the torch being passed. She had the energy,
yeah,
she was flirty, she was like wacky with the guys on there and stuff like that. But
absolutely.
this is like peak 90s. The show started in 1995 and ran all the way through 1998, hosted by Chris Hardwick. If you don't
Yep.
remember who Chris Hardwick is, Chris Hardwick is actually the guy who was the host of Talking Dead and Talking Saw at
Yeah,
midnight. He hosted a bunch of stuff recently. He's a comedian also. He does a bunch of shows and he also has a podcast.
yeah.
But the first time you ever saw Chris Hardwick, he was the host of Singled Out. Look at that hair.
Yep.
Look at that
That
style
'90s
right
hair,
there.
bro. That '90s peak parted to the
Yeah.
side with a little, that's peaks '90s
Yeah.
guys hair
And he was
right there.
funny on there. Him and the DJ, where you could tell like all the people on the show were friends because they
Yep.
would be joking around. Like you could tell that they went out like the night before because he would make a
Easily.
joke about like, oh man, last night you were an animal to the DJ. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it was just a cool like I could only imagine the production team on this was like just
Oh, it was
fun
great. Yeah, no, it was
because
great. It was a bunch of like you just look at the intro alone. It was, I mean, it just like it had a bunch of vibe.
yeah, look at this.
50 single women, 50 single. Like they did this in the span of half an hour. I don't know how they did this. Like it's crazy. dude.
The fucking old angel baby.
Yeah,
Thank you,
There he
Tammy.
is.
look at that vest, bro.
I love it so much. Welcome to Singled Out. Here's our recipe. We throw 50 guys and 50 girls into this big pot. We let 2 rise to the top.
Dude.
And we're just gonna dump the rest. You know,
They just stump the rest. Like
Let's
the
go to Jenny
dump the
McCarthy
rest.
in the dating pool.
Let's go to Jenny McCarthy in the
Yeah.
dating pool.
There she
Look at her.
is in the crowd.
In the crowd. All those guys are just like,
Yeah, trying to cop a feel or something. I don't know what they're trying to do.
and then they introduce the girl. The girl walks out
Yep.
with a blind on, so she can't
Yep.
see who's who.
Very, very
And
love
Chris,
connection.
what I love about
esque.
every episode, the girl comes out and starts dancing, and Chris Hardwick, this is every episode. He's like trying to like, all right, come on, let's go. I need to
Yeah,
get
let's
your.
go.
He has
We
to
got
guide
you.
them.
Yeah, exactly. You're
blindfold to the
gonna crash into somebody. Yeah,
You may now be blindfolded.
that's
All
crazy,
right, men,
dude.
say-
that it's so crazy. So like I said, it's kind of like a 90s Gen X version of Love Connection.
Pretty
Instead
much.
of 3 suitors and the one person, it's
Yep, 50.
one person, and then you have to go through 50 like people. But it's an interesting way that they do it. What they do is they'll have a wall with categories.
Yeah.
And then
That'll-
in these categories, there's 2 options behind it. So for instance, hair length, they'll be like, oh, they'll take that off and it'll say like long hair or short hair. And depending on what the girl says, she's like, oh, I like my man to have that long Fabio hair. So they'll be like, all right, short hair guys,
You're
get out of here. And
You're
then
out of
you
here.
get
Yep.
a flock of guys walking out. And then height, the height one is funny because height is one of the first ones. As
It
women
is.
have a height thing.
Yeah, they do.
Not we, you're 6 feet. I'm not. But there's a discriminant. I can't say that word. There's discrimination against guys, the short kings, if you will. And
Yeah.
I'm 5'9", so I'm not short, but whatever.
Yeah.
And like, oh, let's get all the shorties out of there. And then, bro, you see all the guys walking by.
Yep.
Now they do have a chance to save one person. They have like a golden ticket that they could
Yeah.
put around the person they want to save. So
Yeah.
that is the thing. But man, this show was wild. It was funny, it was energetic, and it was quick. And it ran, like I said, it ran for 3 years. They had they filmed it like on a stage.
Yeah.
I believe it was maybe in New York, but
Yeah. Probably
on
in New
spring
York or something.
break, they would do spring break shows as
That's
well
right.
on the spring break stage. And those were wild because you had all the people there watching, and then you could see, like, if you watch the spring break episodes, the wind is blowing, they're talking to the
Yeah.
mic. It's just crazy. But
It's
yo,
crazy.
this was a massive, like, such a popular show to watch back in the day. And again, like I said, the intro of Jenny McCarthy and then Carmen Electra, we were all just like
Dude.
we were, as boys in that age. I was in 95, I was in 5th grade. From 5th grade to
Yeah.
8th grade, of course I was glued to it. Like, these women were
Everybody
beautiful.
was. Yeah. We were watching music videos because at the time MTV was still playing music videos, but
Yeah.
then you'd have these shows along with Real World and all these stuff. We'd watch it. And this is our introduction to Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra and this whole love connection for our generation, especially older Gen Xers.
And if you go back and watch it, I recommend go on YouTube right now after you finish watching this episode and watch some episodes. The style is incredible, which a lot of it's being mimicked today. A lot of the episodes still have the commercials still in them. Like, it's the full recording of the episode. So you see all the promos from back then, all the MTV promos, everything.
Yeah.
Promos for, remember what was the thing Eon Flux was on? Liquid Television.
Liquid Television. Yep.
They had promos for that. But Singled Out, man, so funny, so entertaining. Like, I'm telling you, this to me was one of the things that, like, when I think about 90s MTV, I think Real World, I think Road Rules, I think Beavis and Butthead, and I think Singled Out.
Those are the, like, I guess the Mount Rushmore of, like, television of MTV with
Oh,
those four
and
things.
of course, MTV News with Kurt Loder.
Of course. Can't forget that.
So my
let us
question
know.
is to you guys: did you guys watch Singled Out? Do you remember this show? Is this the first time you saw Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra? Let us know. All right, I have to ask this because it's just nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
How did you learn your multiplication tables?
I definitely had a like a chart system, but you brought this to my attention and I'm like, oh yeah, I did have one of these.
Yep.
What is it?
It's the press and see. Now they
Dude.
had one of these for math that was addition, subtraction, and multiplication. For the most
Yeah.
part, I didn't need the add and subtract one. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn here, but
Yeah.
for multiplication, this was how
Definitely
I
needed
did
it.
it, and it
Yeah.
was this thing. I'm like, I had one. My brother, we used the same one. My cousin, I saw these things everywhere. They had them in school too, I think, right?
They did. Yeah, they did have them in school. And from what I remember, they didn't have batteries. Like it wasn't,
No, no, no. This thing
it
is just
was
a
just,
plain little plastic board. It
yeah.
has the multiplication or the addition or the subtraction like equation on there,
Yeah.
and you press it, and it's a translucent button. And when you press it, it gets close, and then when you'll see the answer, bro. When I tell you
This
that
helped us
this
out, bro.
I saw one of these on Facebook Marketplace, and that's what triggered my memory. I was like, "Oh my god!" I forgot the name of it, but I think it's like a press and see. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, this was a staple in my freaking education. Like,
it was.
kids now have iReady
I
and all this
Excel.
online
Yeah.
stuff that they use to learn, like elementary stuff. No, bro, we had this little plastic thing with all the freaking numbers,
Yep.
and that's how we learned math. We
It
learned
was
math on a plastic game, like it's like a memory game,
it
essentially.
was essentially, yeah, because you could learn your times tables, and it was this one. So it was two things. We have talked about this in in previous episode. It was this one and Mr. Spell, the little red thing where you learn how to spell.
Well,
Don't you have one?
There's Mr. Spell and there's Spell and Speak, I believe.
Spell. Okay,
I
so
have
it's
a
just
Spell and
there's
Speak here.
spell and speak. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I know there was a Mr. Spell. Yeah, but
Yeah.
spell and speak. Those are the essentially this one and that were the two things that helped us out to learn how to spell and learn how to multiply and
Yeah.
add all this stuff. But
And then,
again,
I mean, later on, while we're talking about this, but later on, we got those VTech computers that had educational things. Remember those?
oh yeah, yeah, I
It was
remember.
just, it looked like a laptop, but it had like a little screen. And
Yes.
it was, well, we'll talk about that another day, those
Yeah.
VTech computers.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely
press and see, man. This has to jog your memory
it has
because,
to.
man, I'm telling you, just the layout, and most of them were red. I think there was yellow ones too, but
Yeah.
that red, you press the button, and it's this thing unlocked. And I'm telling you, it goes to show you, we learned math not because of learning the equations and how it worked. It was all memorized. We just memorized
Yeah.
everything. I remember this thing. It's a joke from New Girl where Nick is like, I'm convinced I don't know how to read. I just memorized the words.
That's so
It's
true.
the same thing. We don't like. I mean, I do quick math in my head for addition. My girl is always asking me, like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, and I do it. She's like, "How do you do that so fast?" I go,
Yeah.
"I have a system in my head by fives that I do.
Yeah.
That gets me to my answer." But multiplication is straight memorization.
Totally.
It's straight press and see, like
Yeah.
memorization that's in my head. But yeah, man, the press and see. Let us know. Do you remember the press and see? Is this how you learned math in the 80s and the 90s? Hit us up. Let us know in the comments. Yo, have you seen this? That
I have.
Pizza Hut is going back to the
Yes.
old school 90s look with
Yes.
the freaking light fixture over the tables, the buffet, the red
That
cups.
iconic roof.
Yeah,
Bro.
thank God.
Dude.
Because
Thank God.
essentially, as 90s kids in the 80s and 90s, we went here as a family. Like, yo, we're going to Pizza Hut. Yes, we all ordered pizza from the 90s. We all
Yes.
would do it from home and stuff like that. But the thing was, when you went out, it was an experience. That
was a
buffet,
vibe.
the salad bar, you could
Dude.
just go up and grab your pizza. This essentially was the first CC's, basically.
It really was.
This
It
is where
really, and it was a
CC's got
vibe.
their
It
whole
was just a
model from.
vibe. Everything. The red cups, the Tiffany style
The
lamps.
arcades. They
The
had
arcades.
arcades. They had a
Exactly.
Ninja Turtle arcade. That's where
That's
we
right.
played Ninja Turtles.
Yep. And you usually went there after a game, or if you were in Little League, you'd go
Baseball,
there and
basketball.
whatever you were in, they would say, all right, we're going to go to Pizza Hut. And it was like the one place where, like, okay, the kids want pizza, but the adults go to get a salad bar. You know, like it had everything, bro.
It's
And
like
if you
the
loved
intro.
salad as a kid, bro, it was
It's like
oh
the
my God.
intro from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Before the movie starts, you get a Pizza Hut commercial of a kid playing baseball. And
Yep.
I'm telling you, that song is stuck in my head. I play right field. It's important, you got to
Yep.
know how to catch. bro. And then afterwards, they go to Pizza Hut, and then it says, I think back then their slogan was "Making it great," right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think it was something. Yeah, I think it definitely was that.
But
Yeah, it was.
again, an absolute staple of team sports was after you played whatever sport you were playing, you went to Pizza Hut right after, and you got a
Yeah.
whole corner. Your whole team was there, all dirty, whatever. You ate your pizza, you had your red cups, and then you
Yep.
freaking went and you played some arcades. I'm telling you, the model that is CC's is basically they took that. They're like, okay, well, this doesn't exist anymore. We're gonna do
Yeah.
buffets, and the CC's always had like an arcade in the back,
It did. It
but
did.
it wasn't.
It didn't have a salad bar. It was like more
No,
like a buffet.
well,
Like
no,
you
they
got
didn't
to
have
choose your
salad.
pizza.
They had
They did have
salad.
salad? Okay,
Yeah,
but but
it
also
wasn't
like
like a whole bar though.
yeah, like it wasn't a bar where like you go in and also I think Pizza Hut was more of a dine-in type of thing. Like there
Yeah,
was a
yeah, yeah.
waiter that came to you and said and took your order and
Mhm.
like the whole thing and you still had
Well,
your traditional
yeah,
deep dish and all
the
that
person
stuff.
would come and take your drink order, but essentially you would get up and go to the buffet.
Yeah, yeah,
You would
exactly.
get
And
your
it was
pizza and stuff like that, unless
yeah.
you had a coupon for a personal pan, like from Book It,
Yep.
or like I have a coupon right here from my Ninja Turtles game, which so just so you guys know, in North Carolina, in Charlotte, I believe, there is an original one that never changed. It never
That's
went
awesome.
modern. It's always been the 90s look. And I'm right now, I'm in South Carolina. So I'm actually planning to go there and I'm gonna, get some content for you guys, and I'm gonna see if they'll accept my Ninja Turtle coupon for a free
That would be
personal
interesting.
pan.
That
Let's
would be
see
awesome.
if I could get my free personal pan with my
There's
Ninja Turtle
there's no
coupon.
expiration date on there?
Of course
None?
there is. That thing, I think it expired like in 1991 or something like that.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
let's see if
Yeah,
they'll
it's worth
honor
a
it. They're
shot.
like, "Yo,
It's worth
we're
a shot.
nostalgic Pizza Hut. You have a nostalgic coupon. We're gonna
Yep.
honor it." Let's see if they honor the coupon.
Exactly. I think there's one here in Sunset that still has the iconic red roof, but I have to walk inside of it and see if it kept anything. I don't think they did, but they still have the iconic red roof. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll change it back, which will be incredible because it'll be like right there by us where we live and stuff like that. But again, the CEO is if you look at this article, like where we came from, it says Pizza Hut is turning back the clock to the 90s. I mean, let's face it, everybody wants the old style Pizza Hut. You know, you got there's the Tiffany lamps. This is from morningbrew.com. Pizza Hut is on a mission to inject 1990s nostalgia straight into the veins of Gen X and millennials. Hundreds of locations are being remodeled with red cups, stained glass lamps, old school salad bar, and Pac-Man games in an effort to make them look the way you did when your crush wore your Jinko jeans. Bro, I mean, how genius is that?
Yeah.
Genius.
The
They know the
marketing there is
nostalgia
pretty
community is on a rise, and they
Yeah.
know us retro kids are on the rise.
No.
Well, we're gonna tap into it.
And not only that, they've heard how everyone is saying, and we've said it here on this show a bunch of times, how everything is been washed out. Color has been washed out.
Yeah.
Like like just character has been washed out of all these places. Burger King, McDonald's, Taco
Yep.
Bell, all these places no longer look and feel how they used to.
Yeah.
Warm, inviting, family environment. It's
Yep.
all cold, white, grays, and blacks, and it's
And
just
neutral tones. Like we've
it's
lost our
not
color.
inviting. It's not kid friendly. It's just
Yeah.
it's whack. Like the all this color, bro. The next one that needs to do this is Taco Bell. Taco Bell
is.
needs to go back to the teal and purple, like
Oh, yeah.
sitting areas,
Yep.
the little bar thing that they had. And dude, take a note, Taco Bell, take a note from Pizza Hut and do the same thing. Bring back the old Taco Bells.
Absolutely. And you know what? I can't wait for the Pizza Huts to be remodeled after this because you know what? I'm bringing my kids and say we're gonna do it like we did in the 90s. We're gonna go to Pizza Hut. We're gonna go sit down and we're gonna have a nice meal. And you're gonna have an awesome experience. And it's a vibe. It
Yeah.
really is.
And
It
they
really
should
is.
probably, if it's already back, it's pardon my lack of knowing, but the Book It situation needs to come back. Kids
Yes.
need to do the Book It, get your
Yep.
freaking pin, and then get your free personal pan pizza.
That's it. Bring it back, baby.
Let's go. And this week's movie spotlight is none other. It's Tony and I's favorite movie. When I tell
Favorite.
you, we have a bunch of favorites, but this one, we watch it, we talk about it, we quote it all the time. That Thing You Do by Tom Hanks. This is Tom Hanks's directorial debut. He wrote and directed this movie, and it has been a favorite of mine since its release in 1996.
It's such a great movie. Again, it a lot of people slept on it, I think. I never did. I don't and I know you never did because it was just so it's funny. You go back in the 90s and it's like, oh, it's nostalgic because it's based in the 60s.
Yeah,
So everything was just beautiful. Like the aesthetics, the mid-century modern furniture, everything, and of course the music.
music.
That's all I have to say. The freaking music of this movie, the soundtrack, and these are all like fake bands in the movies, but they're like top notch songs, bro.
Yeah. The soundtrack to this movie is amazing. So let me give you a little synopsis here. That Thing You Do is basically about a band that has a one hit, they're a one hit wonder band. Their song, That Thing You Do, just skyrockets,
Yeah.
and they go on this, adventure as a band touring with state fairs.
Yep.
Then they get so big that they start doing, like, they did like a TV show, and then all the, the collapse of the whole thing of a band and the success
Yeah.
and you know creative differences. This movie, the main song in this movie is one of the catchiest songs that you'll ever hear from a
Yeah.
movie. And if I'm not
Absolutely.
mistaken, it won, like, I think, song of the year at the movie awards or something like that.
Most likely. Yeah. Definitely.
um
And I think it was Tom Hanks' directorial debut. Yeah. Ugh. Tom Hanks, how could I say
the
that?
directorial.
Directorial. Thank you. Tom Hanks' directorial debut was this movie. This was like his baby. And he was in it. He starred. He was probably one of the biggest stars in it. And there's some director's cuts that we heard about, right? I found this out later. I think you did too, right?
Yeah. So so to tell you, this movie is obviously great. It's such a timepiece movie, like a period piece. You could feel the 60s in this movie. The
Absolutely.
aesthetic of this movie is amazing. Like, he works in his family's electronics store. Guy,
Yeah.
Tom Everett Scott's character, works in an electronics store that his parents own, called Patterson's. You see the tech, you see the TVs, you
Yep.
see the washing machine.
Radios,
What was it? It comes in a
avocado.
avocado.
We knew all the colors. It
Um,
comes in avocado.
yeah.
Like,
It's like, "Oh, those people at PriceSmart don't know anything about service, Lenny."
yeah.
But, oh, again, we could quote this movie all day.
Yeah, we get
Um, but everything about it, the way they listen to me, when their song comes on the radio for the first
oh,
time,
man, the happiness and the joy that they
they're running
experience.
Faye is running down the street, Liv Tyler's character. She
Yep,
has the one piece in the radio. She's delivering, like, mail, and then she runs into the bass player, which that's it, the character's name, the bass
yep,
player,
yep,
Ethan Embry.
yep,
And they're running down the street. They all link up and meet up at a guy's store, and then they start going crazy and celebrating that their radios that their song is on the radio. But
yeah,
man, it's such a great movie. The vibe of this movie is so
dude,
incredible. The song is great. All the music is great. Like, if you could grab this soundtrack,
dude,
go listen to the whole soundtrack. It will
yeah,
put you in a place. There's some songs on here that are just from the movie. The intro to the movie, the "We are the winter sun in spring, you are the sun that
yep,
summertime bring." Bro,
it's so
the
good.
movie starts off with that song, and it showing you, like, the graphics, and showing you, like, him opening the store.
Yep,
It sets the tone.
oh,
Such a
the
great movie.
entire
Oh man,
thing.
I
Absolutely.
talk about this movie all day. But like Tony said, there is a director's cut, which is
There is.
39 minutes longer. And why
Yep,
is it 39 minutes? There's scenes that they had to cut out from the original. Obviously, we're talking mid 90s, where there's, gay culture and stuff like that was frowned upon. So it
yeah,
was written in, but they cut all this stuff out, where Tom Hanks's Mr. White is actually a gay man, and
mm,
his boyfriend's name is Lloyd.
yeah. This is one of the, like, director's cuts right here.
Yeah, this is from the
And so,
director's
like,
cut.
and so obviously, if you know this movie, he comes back from the bar, he's completely drunk. In the original, it makes you think that he went home with her, and
Right.
like, oh, but that's not the case. Here,
And
he
that's
dropped her
Rita
off.
Wilson, Tom
Yeah,
Hanks's
real
wife.
wife. Yes, exactly. So I mean, you go through this. He pays her, all that stuff, says bye, and then of course she's like, "Are you all right?" And this where like again, we found this out later, probably what 2010. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so see right here, Tom Hanks is walking over, and that's his boyfriend, Lloyd.
We
And
want to assume it is. It wasn't said.
right. But Lloyd is played by Howie Long, the football player. Like,
Yep.
well, now he's an announcer. But dude, they cut this whole part out. They cut everything that had to do with Tom Hanks's personal life, his character's life, out of the movie because they didn't want anything to be in it in the 90s. You know, you can't have Tom Hanks playing gay. Mind you, he was in Philadelphia.
Yeah. He did, and he won an Oscar for that one.
Yeah.
So it didn't make any sense why they cut this scene out.
I
am Spartacus.
Spartacus.
So, and again, a lot of stars in this movie.
Dude,
a lot of stars.
The first time we saw Charlize Theron.
Yes.
Bring that
up. Oh my God.
This is the first time, bro. Do you know how big this woman is now?
She's huge.
She's huge. She's one of the biggest actresses in the world. And her first movie was That Thing You Do.
Yep.
Crazy. And I believe this is, I mean, other than music videos, it was the first time I saw in a movie Liv Tyler.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So-
she was definitely, and she was, again, she was, I think you saw her in a music video of Aerosmith with our other favorite crush, Alicia Silverstone. So, but this was her first movie, like one of the first big movies, and she was really good in it. Like you could tell, like she had some talent. So, and again, you can name all the stars in here. You can name Bryan Cranston as Gus Grissom, bro.
Bryan Cranston, Walter White himself.
Yes.
Is in it for like 2 minutes.
If that, bro.
He's in this thing.
You blink and you missed.
Tom Hanks' son is in this. He's
No speaking role.
He's escorting Faye to the Hollywood Television Showcase, which is
Colin
the
Hanks
showcase the band performs in at the end.
Yeah,
man, there's only so much, and we have to say it here. Steve Zahn, Lenny, is an absolute scene sealer. This is the first time I saw him in a movie where I paid attention, and every time Lenny was in a scene, I was cracking up.
He stole the show. Every time he was in a scene, he stole the show. Like it was anything he was in it. Like he was like flirting with the girl. Like, remember he was like walking over. He's like, that was a pickup line. We're match made in heaven. I'm telling you, man.
You gotta be quicker than that. I'm from Erie, PA.
Erie, PA. He's like, I guess Lenny's going fishing.
He's like, I gotta entice you, Oneaters. Hey, that's on Netters.
That's on Netters.
Which, okay, and that's another thing. So in the movie, the band's name is called The Wonders, but they spell it with an O-N-E, as in Wonders.
Yeah.
But everyone gets it wrong, and they call them the Oneaters.
Yeah, exactly. Even Lenny called it. He's like, right, Oneaters.
Yeah. No, like Wonders. He goes, got it. Yeah. Looks like Oneaters.
Oneaters. It's sure enough, everybody calls them the Oneaters.
Yeah. But then they go to perform in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And their show goes completely to crap.
Yep.
Their manager arranged for Mr. White, Tom Hanks, to see their show. And despite the trash show that they put on, and decides, all right, I'll sign them. Goes to when they meet up in the back, and he's like, all right, this whole Wonders with the O-N-E, it doesn't work. It's confusing. We're going to call you guys the Wonders, the regular way. He's like, as in, I wonder what happened to the Oneaters.
Exactly.
Steve Zahn kills it in this movie. He's an absolute scene stealer. And again, another thing that steals the show is the music. Every song that they do, that they have in this movie, is incredible. And even some of the other songs, like when they join the fair and they meet this guy. What's his name? I forgot the character's name, but he does Mr. Downtown. That Mr.
Downtown,
is great.
It's a great, and it's on the it's on the soundtrack. It's great.
Yeah,
it's such a great song. And I think my favorite,
Freddie Fredrickson.
Yes, there you go. He's like, that theme from Mr. Downtown. Darkness falls in the night.
That's so good. Sounds almost
it's good. It's good.
All right, that's me. He walks off.
Exactly. But like, I think my other favorite song from that soundtrack is the one Lenny sings. It's like,
Oh yeah.
"Come on, pretty baby."
Baby,
Oh my god,
put your
such a great.
little hand in mine. I can,
And
bro.
you know that Mr. White loved that song because he's just sitting there, and all of a sudden he goes,
Yeah.
and he knows that song is a hit. He knows
Yeah.
he's like, but of course,
Come a little closer. Let me hold you tight.
tight.
Come
Come on,
on and dance with
dance
me
with me
tonight. Bro, I'm telling you, this song,
Oh,
this movie, this album, the CD, this thing bangs, bro. Go get this thing. Go stream it on Spotify. Do what you
I
gotta
play
do.
this thing. Look at this. I play this thing right there, baby.
Yeah.
Right there.
I
Tell you,
have
bro.
I have the same vinyl. It's too far for me to reach, but in true fan form, I have the CD as well, and I have a VHS as well. But the VHS is like a manipulated case.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, guys, if you guys have not seen this, for all you Gen Zers, go see this movie. It's a great movie.
Well, here's the funny thing. I've talked about this movie and I've introduced this movie to a bunch of people our age. So
You're kidding me,
even though
really?
it has Tom Hanks, it just this movie again. Look, right now, if you
It
want
didn't hit with people our age.
this movie right now, if you want to watch it, it's not available anywhere. You have to pay to watch it.
Oh my god.
It's
You're
almost
kidding me.
never on any streaming service. The only reason
This-
why I could stream it is because I bought it digitally for the convenience of being able to stream it in case like I didn't have the physical media. I have it on DVD, I have it on VHS, but for the sake of that. But yeah, you can't stream this movie anywhere.
Dude, that's crazy. That you have to essentially buy it or rent it.
Buy it or rent it. And both versions are available, the regular version and the director's cut. I would say
you say the director's cut is more dramatic, right? Not much.
It
like
has
less comedy.
So it dives more into, you get a little bit more of Mr. White. You get to see more of like guys like journeying with all this. Him and his girlfriend, which Charlize Theron ends up leaving him for her dentist.
Yeah.
And you see that whole drunk scene of him meeting Del Paxton. That goes a little bit longer. But yeah, no, man, this movie is an absolute banger. I recommend this movie to everyone. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. And for those who have seen it, how great this movie is. And at the end, mind you, the main character, the lead singer, he's an absolute dick in the movie the whole time. Like he is like the least likable character on purpose. Like he's the lead singer. He has an air, a smug air to him and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But at the end, when he quits the band, I say this all the time. I wanted to quit my job doing this, and he goes, he acts like he's gonna sing the song. He goes, "All right, let's go." I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit, Mr. White.
That's it. That's it.
If you haven't noticed already, Tony and I could quote this movie from beginning to end.
Exactly. Your band is falling apart, guy.
I'm sorry. The Wonders are in breach of contract. Don't worry, nobody's going to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Oh man,
and
but
at the end, at that
all works out for them.
Yeah, I believe what happens is at the end of the movie, they perform at the Hollywood Television Showcase, and the performance is going great.
The bass player's gone, by the way. He went to like Disneyland with a bunch of
the Marines,
and he's like, okay, well, he was leaving for the Marines anyways. And then we get a new bass player who actually has a name,
Scott Pell.
Scott Pell, Wolfman. Yep.
So he comes in, starts playing, and then towards the end of the song, the TV people are like giving them close-ups and like one-on-one, like little descriptions. So when they get to Jimmy, which is the lead singer, they put I assume it's Mr. White that said this, right?
I did it, yeah.
He said, Mr. White, it's the same person that said you had class.
Yeah. It was Mr. White who said that.
It says, "Careful, girls, he's engaged." That pissed off Jimmy and caused him to like flip on his girl, and he's like, "I should have dumped you in Pittsburgh." And it's like, dude, but again, the guy
also like I think he was having an affair with that blonde chick. I never alluded to it. What's her
Diane Dane.
Diane Dane.
Diane Dane.
I think he was having an affair with her, and in the movie, and they just kind of like tastefully kind of let us know that they're somewhat
Yeah, because she would
in
flirt with
cahoots.
him, sit
Yeah.
on his lap, and then he'll
Yep.
be like, "Oh, Diane warned me about this." Diane
It's like,
Dane? What did
yep.
she say?
Yeah, exactly. Like it you just kind of knew that they were like hooking up and stuff like that. But again, it's such a great movie. Like even at the
Mhm.
end of the movie, I think this when I first saw this movie, I thought it was based on a true story because they had
Yeah,
like
yeah.
backstories for him at the end of the movie, and that it was like none of it was true.
Yeah, it shows the pictures and it says, like, what they went to do, and
Yep.
Lenny has, like, the funniest outcome of them all.
That was the funniest thing. He gets married. He goes to Vegas. I am the happiest.
"Do we have to go with the top down?" He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, yeah, you kind of do. Exactly. And of
"I'm
course he went
so
to
happy." He's
gets
giving, like,
married.
chips from
There
Vegas to
you
everyone.
go. There you go. It's
But
so
yeah,
good.
guys,
Of
this
course.
movie is an absolute like it's hilarious. It's a good
Banger.
story. Tom Hanks for this being his first di-
Directorial
directorial debut,
debut.
such a great movie. I am shocked that it is not considered an absolute classic of a movie as it should be. I mean, it has a cult following.
It does.
Would you agree? It
It
has a
does.
cult following, and for
It
those
does.
who love it, we love it.
We
A
love it.
bunch of bands have redone versions of the song, rock bands have done it, and they're
Yeah,
all
actually,
excellent.
as a matter of fact, I think the lead singer of this band, what's his name? I don't know his name, the Dick. He
Mhm.
actually has a band, and they actually like performed it live one
Well,
time.
they all learned how to play instruments they learned how
That's
to
great.
play their instruments for this movie.
They went to like a
They
2 week
know how to
camp
play
or
the song, and
yep.
I believe for the 20th anniversary, they all got together, they did, like, a little thing, and they came together, Ethan Embry, Steve
Yep.
Zahn, Tom Everett Scott, and they all played together, and they did that thing they did a little mini that thing you do concert.
Oh man, can you imagine if we were there? That would have
Oh my
been
god,
like
that would've been great. Like, I
that
didn't
would
know
have
that
been
was
amazing.
happening, and we were in Miami, so, like, it's not like we would have to have gone to California for it, but anyways, that's that thing you do. There's so much more we could talk about this movie.
We can.
We could do a whole podcast episode about
We
that thing
can.
you do because of how great it is. Go listen to go listen to it, go watch it. What's the is it Jimmy and the Shrimp Shack Shooters? What's the name of
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jimmy and the Shrimp Shack Shooters. Guess what, folks? You get to keep your costumes.
you get to keep your wardrobe.
You get to keep your wardrobe. Yeah.
But
It's
with
so
that being
good.
said, guys, that was the movie Spotlight. It's absolutely one of our favorite movies of all time. That thing you
It
do.
really is.
Great soundtrack, great storytelling, an amazing period piece. You will feel transported to the 60s. The look and the vibe of it is absolutely incredible. The costume design, the set design, everything about this movie is great. Go check it out. It's not streaming anywhere. You'd have to pay or rent it. Or hey, go out and see if you get a physical media version of it.
Might as well. Yeah. Do it.
Here we go with the memes of the week. You guys love it. This is from a bunch of pages that we have actually made friends with. We get these memes
Yeah.
sent to us either by friends, family, or now, I mean, we're friends with most of these guys, and they're all
Yep.
pretty cool people. But
They
let's
are.
go ahead. Let's get the first one in there.
All right. Here's your first one, bro. Dude.
All right. So this meme says, before social media took over, good times. And then at the bottom is somebody responding saying, inside used to be a punishment. And man,
Yep.
what's on screen right now? It's a bunch of kids. And mind you, I used to do this with our friend Chris. We used to do basketball and football, mostly football. And you have to scream, car. Every
Yep.
time a car was coming. But basically, they have a basketball hoop hooked up, set up in front of the street, and then everybody's just sitting down. And it looks like there's a one-on-one going on. And
Yeah.
man, just what 8, 9 kids out there playing basketball. We used to do this in my neighborhood. We used to play basketball in the
Same.
street, 3-on-3. We used to play football. We played football every day till the lights came on. Every
Yep.
day, I
In the
played
middle of the
football
street.
outside with my friends. And then we had that thing. It was like, all right, like we would look down the street and I'm like, oh, I could get one more play in. Or
Yeah.
right down to hike, and we go, we try to do as quick as possible. And then, all right, car, everybody, or
Yep.
call out car.
Everybody had to
Or
move
if the play wasn't working, as a little cheating bullshit,
it.
car, bro, the car's all, bro. We had time to run that play. You're full
Yeah.
of shit. That would happen. I would get so
All the
pissed
time.
when they
Yeah,
would
I
do
think
that.
one of the reasons why we used to play like in front of the street like that is we were really young, and I think it was just a way for our parents just kind of like look out and say, all right, they're fine, and just kind of like keep eye on us while
Yeah.
keeping our distance.
Well, the thing is, the park we had an elementary school that was near our house, but some of the people in our neighborhood, some of the kids in my neighborhood weren't allowed to like leave the vicinity of our block.
Yeah,
So just street ball was it.
that's
It
it.
was like our version of like turf football, like
Yeah,
the arena football where the street was basically the thing. We're doing 3-on-3s, sometimes 4-on-4. Man,
yep,
some of the greatest memories I had was playing outside. And man, those games
yep,
got heated. We're gonna have our
for
friend
sure.
Chris on here
Yeah,
soon, and bro, we have stories, we have memories, so many memories of playing
absolutely.
street football. The basketball, I want to tell you, we played basketball a handful of times, maybe like 10 to 15 times, but the everyday occurrence in front of our house, coming on their bikes, leaving the
Yeah.
bikes on our lawn, everything. Everyone would meet up at my house because it was a duplex.
Hmm.
Chris lived in the front, I lived in the back. They would meet up at our house, and then we'd go out, and then we would have a stereo playing the burned CD that I had, playing all the hip hop from that era and rock,
Nice.
Limp Bizkit, Corn. We were
Yep,
playing Eminem, Hot Boys,
dude.
Cash Money,
Classics.
all that stuff. That
All that
was
stuff.
the soundtrack to us playing football outside. And
And
I mean,
like
the
this guy
iconic.
said, bro,
Hmm?
inside used to be punishment. You go inside, go. You come
Yeah.
inside again. You stay
You
inside.
didn't want to go
Oh,
inside. If your mom would call you, be like, "Oh, mom, 5 more minutes. Let me go.
yep.
Let me play until the lights turn on. I'll go inside. I'm not gonna come back outside."
Yeah.
That's how
No,
it was, man.
and again, like I said, it was a vibe, it was a thing, and I think in my neighborhood, it was definitely football. When I was younger, it was kickball. We do kickball, and then also wiffle ball. I don't know if you played wiffle ball, but that was another thing of mine. And I'm actually, it's funny enough, I'm teaching my kids wiffle ball, which is, did you ever play wiffle ball when you were a kid?
No.
That was the one with the yellow bat and that little white ball, and bro,
Yeah.
a lot
I
of fun.
I had the bat, but in my house, they really wanted me to play baseball because it's,
Yeah,
Cubans. And I was like,
yeah,
"Nah, football and basketball is my thing. I wanna do American sports. I don't wanna
yeah. There you go.
play, I don't want your life."
Yeah, and it's funny enough because I mean, baseball is the most American sport you could think of.
But you
But
know how it is with the
yeah,
Cubans and Dominicans
yeah,
that, like, that's,
exactly.
like, your way out of, like, your situation.
Yeah,
So,
but
but
anyways,
yeah, man, the iconic playing outside in the '90s and screaming out, "Car!" every
yep,
time a car came that disrupted your play. And if you were a little bitch, you would freaking do it if your
cheat.
play wasn't working out. "Oh,
Yep,
no one's open. Oh, car."
it would
I was
cheat.
like, "Dude, that guy is parked. Fuck you calling car for, little bitch?"
You're just losing, bro. You're just
Yeah,
losing. Let
basically.
us know.
Let us know if you remember this. Let us know if you played outside. The next meme reads, "Our pockets were heavy, but our souls were free." And
Mm,
on screen right now, you have an iPod Mini,
yeah, it's
an
not no,
iPod
no,
Mini
Nano. Is it
or
Nano?
Nano. I was gonna say Nano, but I thought
It's a Nano.
it's a
No,
Nano.
iPod Mini was like the little square one.
Right. Which I have both of those downstairs actually.
Yeah.
An iPod Nano. You have a PSP, a Sony PSP
Yep,
portable. And then you have the Sidekick and your digital camera, a Nikon.
dude.
Man, this was a time. This is
Yep.
mid to late 2000s, between 2006 and 2009, 2010 maybe,
Yeah.
and it was one of the best times. How you had all this stuff in your pocket. You would
Yep.
go out, women had it in their purse. The digital camera stayed in
Stayed.
women's purses. You had your
Absolutely.
digital camera with you all the time. If it wasn't a Nikon, it was a Canon. If it wasn't the Canon, it was the Cybershot, the Sony.
Yeah. The Sony Cybershot. And those are because they were like little mini cameras and they took
Remember the
some of
one
the
that
best
would
pictures.
slide up,
Yeah.
slide down?
Yeah. And it would take back then, it would take some of the best pictures and you could like just connect it to your computer and you share it on MySpace. That was our social media back then. But again, we weren't connected like we are now. Now all this stuff is on our phone.
Is on.
In one
Yeah.
game,
But
music, typing, everything.
the funny thing is, a lot of this is slowly resurging.
Yeah, it
People are
is.
buying iPods again
I saw
to
I
disconnect
saw
their
their
phones.
Yep, there's iPod dupes and stuff like that coming out and stuff like that. They want to get back into just I don't want to
It's
have
using
to
technology, but disconnecting from it. Being
yeah,
able to disconnect.
yeah. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing for our mental health, and I think that's a good thing. I'm like considering like seriously buying a DVD again. Like just like you know what, enough of this. I can't find a DVD. I just want to own it. I just want to be able to pop it in. I just want to be able to just watch it. You know what I mean? Same with VHS. I got some VHSs. I'm like, you know what? I just want to pop it in and see what it looks like.
Yeah.
But people are going back. And
And I'm gonna
again,
tell you right now, the PSP, that system was ahead of its time.
oh hell yeah.
The PSP, not only did it have amazing games on it, you could
Mhm.
web browse on it. They
Mhm.
made movies for it, the UMDs.
Oh yeah.
This thing should have taken off. This was the Switch before, but and I forgot what it was. I promise you I had the information from, I was reading something and I saw something. I know why the PSP, like, kinda stopped, so I it had to do something with the media, but the UMD was
Yeah.
gonna be, like, one of the biggest, like, media formats for music, movies, and,
Yep.
video games.
It
But yeah,
was like
man,
the
PSP,
little
and then
CD.
yeah, it's like a mini DVD,
Yeah, it's what it was.
and then
And
you can't forget the Sidekick.
oh, dude, when that that psychic flipped up and was like that sound, dude,
If
you
this
have in there.
is an iconic 2000s phone, the
Yeah,
one that surpassed it was the
it was a
Sidekick,
psychic
and then the
because
Blackberries, but
yes,
the
this
Sidekick
preceded Blackberries. This
was
definitely was.
before the Blackberries, yeah,
Yeah, it definitely was.
but
And you would slide it up and you'd type with your
and
thumbs, and it's
that
like,
Sidekick, man, that flip was aggressive. It was a
yep,
that thing
yes, it
was
was.
flip open with attitude,
Yes, it would. Yes,
but
it would, bro.
this was a great time. This rate,
It was.
I'm just looking at this. This was a great time to be somebody who experienced it. I worked at Best Buy when all this stuff was popping. So I firsthand got to deal with this. I worked in the digital camera department. I worked in the cell phone department. I worked in the MP3 department. I was in charge of all that stuff. I became a manager at one point. And let me tell you, Best Buy was the best place to work in during that era. Now it's depressing. But on top of that, being able to
Witness.
witness this technology and sell it to people.
Yeah.
Like, you were literally the person that was guiding them to which one they wanted and, like, giving them that, like, that happiness. So,
Yep.
yeah, man. Such a great time. Love it. This was
Our
definitely
souls
the
are
best
free.
time. So, let
Definitely.
us know, did you have an iPod? Did you have a PSP, a Sidekick? Did you have all this? Were you carrying all this with you? Let us know.
I think everybody can relate to this.
Yeah.
If you all right now, the meme reads, if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you already know that the school bus ride home was pure chaos.
Pure chaos.
Dude, if you were one of the cool people, you go straight to the back.
To the back. That's where I sat.
That's where everybody sat.
everywhere.
That's where all the cool people sat. That like the ones that like had a similar sense of humor, and then I could get along and just play around and throw crap at it like other people. Like, it was just pure chaos. This meme hits home
Now,
to a T.
I'm gonna tell you, when I hear pure chaos, not only is it pure chaos in the bus, but it's pure chaos outside of the bus,
Oh yeah,
because
most definitely.
we were a bunch of little bad motherfuckers. And man, we were throwing whatever was in that front pocket of anybody's
Yeah.
book bag. You had erasers, you had coins, you had, like, broken pencils,
Yeah.
crayons. We were throwing that shit out the window at cars.
Yep.
We were a bunch of, and if you had nothing to throw, you were flicking people off.
Yep.
Sometimes you were mooning people. And the best is when you moon somebody and then the bus just stops.
Yep.
It's like,
Oh, crap.
He's like, the hell are we stopping? There's a red light. And then you're just there putting your pants back on. It's just like, and you're looking back at the guy's just like,
Dude,
looking
what
back.
what type of bus driver did you have? I had one where it's like, get your ass down.
My bus driver, he was a very nice guy. So it sucked that
poor
we
guy.
kind of made
Poor
his we made his life a living hell because we were fucking dumb kids.
Can you
But
imagine
man,
like
yeah,
the,
no,
the
he
Tom
was,
the Chris
he-
Farley
he-
and Billy Madison?
yeah, no, he went off on us once, but it's because one of us threw, I want to say it was a quarter, and it
Ooh.
hit somebody's car, like the windshield.
Yeah.
And the guy sped up and, like, made the bus stop and got on the bus and was yelling. And then the bus driver, fucking props to him. He's like, "Sir, get off my bus right now. I'll deal with them. I will not let you come on my bus and talk to any of these kids, blah, blah, blah."
Dope.
Like, takes the guy off the bus, but then he turns around and he goes, "Which one of you did that?" And we're like, No, we don't know. He goes, from now on, I'm not playing any music because he would put Power 96 so we
Yeah.
could hear music. No more music, and everyone has to be sitting down. And then wherever you're, if so, he made us sit in the order of our bus stop. So all the cool kids, which was my bus stop, we had
Yeah.
to sit in the front. And then
Ah,
the kids who weren't the cool kids was in the, and
sat
then
in the
we
back.
had to sit in silence, no talking for like 2 weeks. Like we would have to get on the bus and just be like, because he was so mad that that happened. I'm sure he felt like his life was threatened or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
And
No,
that
for
these
sure.
freaking badass kids. But man, we were throwing things out of that bus, mooning people, flicking people off. It was
Papers
crazy.
going
I
everywhere,
remember
books going everywhere.
yeah, we used to throw stuff at each other in the bus, paper,
Yeah.
airplanes. I used to go under the chairs and slide, like just pull myself under the chairs to do stuff. I stole a whole folder of Pokemon cards. I told my boy, yo, distract this guy. I'm gonna go under the chair, grab his bag, take the folder, and then pull myself right back out. Yeah, no, we
It's like
were
Mission
absolute
Impossible.
menace on that bus.
Pure chaos, bro. It really
Yeah.
is. I think everybody in the States can relate to this meme right
And
now.
this was public school bus, not the
Yes.
private
No, no.
bus.
It wasn't.
This was
Private
you
bus is
went
a
to a
whole
bus
other
stop
issue.
and
Yeah.
you waited for a bus,
Yeah.
and then it took you to school, not that they picked you up in front of your house.
No. You had to go actually walk a few miles just to get to your bus stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least that's what I remember. I remember the worst was getting caught in the rain. You're like, oh, fuck. You have
And
to
then
go.
soak
And,
up all that water with your Jenkos.
yeah, exactly. Just like shit. So, anyways,
Yeah,
let us know, bro.
Was your bus absolute chaos in the back? Did you sit all the way in the back? Were you one of the cool kids? Let us know. On screen right now. This comes from our boy Kiko over at 90s Kids Days. Tony's not a big Pokemon guy. So,
Not.
but
Sorry, guys. I didn't get into it.
This is absolutely crazy, right? Like this is all right. So Pokemon's huge right now. Pokemon's absolutely huge. People
Has
have
never died down.
quit their jobs to sell Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
They're making a living off of that and scalping. And you've seen the horrific things that do it. But this is where it all started. The meme reads, every journey begins with a choice. Who are you choosing? And it is that first scene in Pokemon Red and Blue where you go to Professor Oak and you have to choose your starter. And the starters are Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. There was no Pikachu in the game. There was, but it wasn't a choice. Who did you choose? Now, my choice was based off of their third evolution. And mind you, I love all three of these Pokemons, but Charizard to me was such a badass Pokemon that I had to go with Charmander. I started with Charmander. Mind you, I played the game over a few times and I started with each one of them and I would trade with my friends and stuff like that so I could get each evolution. But I went Charizard. Like Charizard to me is the rawest looking Pokemon. And I get it. Blastoise could take out Charizard. That's if he could hit him, bro. Charizard could fly, my guy.
Yeah.
Charizard could fly. Blastoise is awesome. Now, here's the funny thing. I picked based off of the third evolution, but my favorite of the three in their first state is actually Squirtle. I think Squirtle's badass. He's a turtle, reminds me of a Ninja Turtle. I remember from the show, the Squirtle Squad, where it's like a little gang of Squirtles, and the main guy has like the sharp glasses. It's just you had to be there. But this right here is absolutely like nostalgic as hell.
And
then
for
now,
those listening, explain what this is. It's from, I assume, Game Boy, correct?
yeah. Like I said, this is the first level when you're essentially Ash, but you're not. It's whatever you name your character. You leave your house and you go to Professor Oak, and this is the first thing you do in the game. You go and you pick your Pokemon that you're going to raise and go throughout the game with.
Wow. Yeah,
So
it must
and
be
funny because
incredible.
now you see people like on social media will get all three of the original Pokemon. They'll get a Squirtle, a Bulbasaur, and a Charmander, and they'll ask their baby like, "Oh, which one? This is the hardest choice you're gonna make right now." And they'll see who their baby goes to, and they're like, "Oh, yes, he chose the same one I did." Or, "What the hell? Why are you going with Bulbasaur or whatever?" Like that. It depends on your preference, but basically, so Charmander is a fire type.
Okay.
Squirtle is a water type, and Bulbasaur is a leaf type. They all have different powers, but each one has a strength, but an opposing one will have its weakness. So obviously water takes out fire, fire
Right.
takes out leaf.
Got
So,
it.
but yeah,
Okay.
this was definitely this is I mean, nowadays obviously Pokemon's huge, but man, when you were in the 90s, this was an absolute like this is a thing right here. Everyone remembers that first time playing that Game Boy and choosing that. And I'm telling you, I sat there for a minute. I was for like, oh, I mean, I like Charizard, but I like Squirtle. Like which one? Like, and at event I went Charizard because Charizard is just to this
You
day,
went with Charizard most of the time. You never went with Squirtle or at all.
I
Like you never switched
like I
it up.
said, I replayed the game several times, and I've played it with each starter. I've beaten it with
Okay.
each starter. But that first initial time, I just went with Charmander because of Charizard. And to this day, Charizard is one of the most iconic
Yeah.
Pokemons
That's
ever.
the only really Pokemon I really know is Charizard because I can't. Apparently, that's one of the most sought after Pokemon cards ever. So
Yeah, well, it's because of that fucking guy. What's his name? He had that card put on his chain. One of the Paul brothers.
oh, Logan Paul. Whatever.
That thing, yeah.
Yeah. That thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
But yeah, let us know who was your first Pokemon. What starter Pokemon from the original? I don't know anything past the 151. Who was your first Pokemon starter? Was it Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle? Holla at me.
last meme.
Last
All right, bro.
name. And this one
Dude.
comes from our boy, 90s Kids Throwbacks, Tyler.
Yes. Tyler,
And
man. Coming
Tyler,
clutch.
man, which he got hit with his own medicine on his birthday, with his birthday being in the clouds, like he celebrates every celebrity on his page. But the meme reads, today's kids will never know the drama MySpace's top 8 used to cause.
Oh my
Now, so
God, dude.
everyone knows on screen right now, it just has like a random person's top 8.
Yeah.
And it just has, and just look at the style. It's like that punk, gothic, like
Emo.
2000s look.
Yep.
And then you got Tom on there.
Yeah.
Iconic
Always had Tom. Always had Tom on there.
Tom's the man.
Yeah.
Tom gave us the best social media experience ever.
Ever.
So,
And he
sorry,
didn't have to
Zuck,
worry about
but
ads.
Tom
He
was the
didn't have to
man.
worry about if they bring him back right now, I would start a Tony and retro MySpace. Hands down.
But now, why this says this caused drama was so what you would put on your top 8. Your top 8 were your most favorite people in the world. What guys would do, guys would put all their hot female friends
Mm-hmm.
for the most part in the beginning. Eventually, later on, you stop caring about that stuff, and you would put some of the hot girls and your friends.
Yeah.
But then the crazy thing is, it went from top 8, top 10,
Yep.
to like top 15.
Yeah. Something like that.
Like you could put like a freaking roster. But I remember when I'm a dude and I like girls. I would put in my top when I first started with MySpace, I would put all the attractive girls that I either was trying to pursue or I was just friends with. I wanted to flex to it was kind of like I was flexing to my boys. Yep, look at my friends. And what happens is you're showing off these people, and then your friends will go and try to add them. Like, oh yeah, I know you through Rolly. Oh, okay. Well, if you're friends with Rolly, and then bam.
Yep.
Actually, one of our friends met his ex and has a kid with her because of my MySpace and the parties we were doing. So it goes to show you that was social media back then.
That was how it was, bro. And again, like you always had Tom. I think everybody did. Like everybody just had that Tom.
I think Tom
for some reason
you were able to edit like take Tom off like towards the end. Like when it became like the top 15, you were able to take Tom off and put your own people.
Dude, and we could talk about a segment, but like just editing your MySpace page made you feel like the coolest coder ever. And you literally were just copying and pasting.
We have that in the works.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. For those listening, we're going to talk about that.
Because the crazy thing about this whole top 8, people would literally be like, "Oh, you're on my top 8. Why don't you have me on yours?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm on your top 8." And sometimes there'll be somebody that you're like, "Oh,
some bullshit.
I don't want to put you on the top 8." Like, like your like relatives would be like, "Oh, I made a MySpace and you're on my top 8." Like, oh,
great,
cool, thanks,
awesome, thank you.
Are you gonna put me on your top 8? Oh yeah,
no.
I don't really even go on there anymore. And I remember there was a time where it would the little online thing would appear, so you
Yeah.
knew when they were on. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that's right.
yeah, they know I'm on."
I know, exactly. You couldn't take that off.
No,
You just you were
because
on.
it was simple. The only like you said, the only thing it got crazy once you were able to, like, customize and code and put backgrounds, put music, and put pictures
Exactly.
and stuff.
Yep.
But
And
yeah,
then, of course, when you're online and your crush was online and it said online, you go, "Oh, man, this is my chance to,
and
like,
then you would
hey,
put, like, a
hey, what's up?"
post. You would
Yep.
put, like, a little post to see if you could grab their attention. Like,
Yep.
"Oh, man, hanging out tonight with the boys at my apartment," or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you
Dude.
had your AIM up too, and you see them go on like, "Hey, oh, I see you're online." But anyways,
Dude.
totally, we could talk about that forever, but
Yeah.
let me know, did you have a
It just
MySpace? Who was in your top 8? I'm curious to know.
it cause any drama? Hmm.
It 100% did.
It totally did.
And that's the show, everyone. Thank you for rocking with us. I hope you
Yeah.
had a fun, nostalgic time. We talked about Tom and Jerry, how Tom gets no respect. He's hated on all because he's doing his job. He's
Yeah.
getting a rodent out of the house. The rodent is living rent free and
Yep.
eating food for free. No, bro, I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm Team Tom all
Tom
the
said
way.
Team Tom for
Yeah.
sure.
Then we talked about Singled Out, that
Dude.
90s dating show for the Gen Xers and the millennials. We first got to see Jenny McCarthy, Carmen Electra, and it was pure crazy in the 90s pandemonium on that show.
It was. It really was. And it was just like chaos. It
Yeah,
really was.
it was just and fun and the fun energy. Like it was just the 90s. It's again, we said that time you had to be there.
You had to be
And
there.
we talked about one of our favorite movies of all time, That
That
Thing You
thing you
Do.
do.
That Thing You Do, I
Yes.
mean, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow again. Like,
Yeah.
I
I think
I
I'm gonna
I
pop it
do
in.
not get tired of that movie, and
No. It's a remote
again,
dropper.
the soundtrack to that movie
Yep.
is absolutely incredible. The music on that in that movie is great, and it is a period piece. You'll feel a certain way by watching this stuff. But yeah, man.
Anyways, we had some great times with memes and, telling you the MySpace drama, top 8 drama, bro,
Yeah.
forget it. Yeah,
Hey, I
for
just
sure.
wanna say thank you to everyone that listens to
Yeah,
the show and has been supporting us from day one. We have a bunch
absolutely.
of new people listening. We
Yes.
see you. We appreciate you. I've talked to some of you on Instagram. Some of you have become we're friends. Like, we just so you guys know, you are now a roommate. If I've talked to you and we've
Yeah,
had a conversation about the podcast or any of this stuff, you are considered now a Rollies Retro Room roommate. And I just thank you for your support. I was talking to one of our roommates. I don't like saying fans or supporters or anything like that. That sounds weird. When I
yeah,
was talking to one of our roommates and we are talking about Mighty Max collection, and he found a hell of a deal inbox, and I was like super like happy that somebody I know got a good deal. And then we just started talking. We're talking about collecting, and he actually told me he mostly was doing video games, and now he's collecting a lot of old toys because
it's
of the
awesome.
show.
That
And
is
I'm just like
awesome.
I was like, "Bro, that's the biggest compliment. Thank you, bro."
That's the way to go, bro. That's we you know what? We've done our job. We've brought the nostalgia into you and brought it back to you and unlocked, most importantly, unlocked memories. That's
Dude,
all I hear. It's like, "Oh my
how
god, you
yeah,
unlocked this
we are
whole thing."
constantly being told, "You unlocked a memory. Thank you. I totally forgot about this." Like, it's awesome to do that, and that's what we're here for. All we wanna do is set a good vibe. Things are pretty crazy and scary out there, but
Yeah,
in here, it's all good vibes. It's all nostalgia. We just want you to feel cool, feel good,
absolutely.
and just chill and vibe, and take about an hour to an hour and a half where you don't have to worry about that craziness and just jump in the time machine and just
Yeah,
rock with us. But
for
yo,
sure.
thank you for listening to the show. Thank you
Absolutely.
for rocking with us. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching it. Remember, we are on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, all the podcast sites. This is on YouTube, and you can follow me at Rolly's Retro Room on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Tony is Tony and Retro. And if you want to reach out to the show, talk to us,
Yeah,
give us some feedback, just send us pictures of your collection or stuff like that. The
absolutely.
email is Rolly's Retro Room Pod at Gmail. Send it to me. I check everything, and we'll get back to you, and maybe we'll feature you on the show. I have no problem with shouting you guys out and featuring you on the show. But with that being said, everyone, be easy, be good to each other, and keep it retro.
Keep retro. Later.